we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my bass fishing heart. Actually, no, it's not. It's something I don't know nothing about at all to speak of. Not exactly old school bass fishing, but something we're going to talk about anyway. I'm Dale Verts. I'll be right back in my normal confused manner. Talk about this stuff right here. So we're going to talk about some of this new modern stuff, these glide baits. Now, these aren't exactly new to me. I came back to more serious bass fishing. By the way, I almost need my sunglasses in my tackle room here. I came back to serious bass fishing about 2018. I bought another old bass boat. Never fished no tournaments, but was trying to get back in that tournament fishing mode. I never really made it till last year. I still ain't there. One of the things I did start watching YouTube videos. I didn't know what YouTube was till 2017. That's when I did my first fishing video on YouTube. You can look at it. And I saw about these swim baits, what I call these things, okay? Swim baits. Well, without a bill, I guess they're glide baits. If they have a bill on them, they're a hard swim bait, and you have your soft swim baits, and kind of confusing to the old guy. So I bought some of these things, the little bitty ones like this. They weigh about a half a pound. Look at that critter there. Look at that thing. Look at that little brim. That is a perfect rendition of a sunfish with a little bluegill. So I bought 4 of these baits, including this one I'll talk about in a minute. And that spring, I took one of them and I decided to paint it like a shad. Just gray primer with the black dot. It's a little bit slimmer, still big. I mean, it's like a 9-inch long bait. And I threw it one day, and about my 3rd or 4th cast, I caught a 13-inch bass on it, which is no surprise because that's what bass do. Bass eat big. I just threw it for a little bit. I threw it on my flipping stick. And I understood pretty quick it would be something. It's funny that 2019 I found out about the Big Bass Bash. I never heard of it. I was out of fishing for almost 20 years, y'all. 17, 18 years outside of fishing, and not even looking in anymore. So when a guy at my restaurant told me about that Big Bass Bash, it was coming up that fall, I said, well, I got to take these and just throw these. That's all you ought to throw. I went and showed him, what? I said, that's all I do if I was fishing a Big Bass Bash in the fall, I believe. We'd throw that big old swim bait, glide bait, whatever. He thought I was nuts. That fall Big Bass Bash has been won several times on those big glide baits. That year I think it was won that way. So I was kind of ahead of my time cutting edge because it's a big bait for big fish. And you're fishing for a $100,000 bass. Why would you fish whatever. It can be one whatever. So I also bought in 2018, and I can't find them, 4 more normal glide baits. Again, I call them swim baits. I don't know where they're at. One of them has been thrown. I bought 2 like 4.5 inchers and 2 6 inchers. Tackle Warehouse had some sort of clearance on them that year. I don't remember what brand they are. They're very good looking baits. And I fished one of those little 4.5 inchers one time. August of 2018. I was fishing an online bass tournament with ultimatebass.com. And I thought it'd be a nice change up. Throw that bait there. And I caught one bass on it, about 10 inches long, and here's what happened. That hurt. I had that fish connected to my hand about 5 minutes. Well, I try to get the split ring off with my free hand. You ever try that? That's the last time I ever threw a glide bait, swim bait like that, because I just don't do it. I understand. I watched Chris Zaldane in a Bass Elite. I understand there was a science to it, an art to it, like topwater fishing. So fast forward to last week. We're at this tournament thing I fished Tuesday. I really don't want to talk about very much. Still hurts. Before we took off that morning, one of my viewers got a YouTube channel himself, really good fisherman, Chris Dickerver, a non-forward face sonar guy who's young, go figure. He does it old school, slamming a man, he catches them. He told me that morning, he trying to help me. I appreciate that, Chris. It didn't go by me like you probably think it did. I heard everything you said. Part of being a good fisherman is hearing what everybody says, okay? I'm at my tackle. Oh my gosh, I got a mess. I'm picking stuff up and putting stuff away as I talk. That's another subject. Chris told me he's catching them on glide baits on Main Lake docks. And he'd had a big bag the week before. I said, I don't have a glide bait in my boat. Which shows, again, I'm saying I'm trying to be a modern bass angler. I'm trying to adapt and overcome and learn everything except forward face and sonar, of course. And I don't know the nuances of the glide bait, swim bait even, when, where, how, or whatever. So I remember he said that. So anyway, he comes out with a YouTube video. And I will put a link in the description of that video. Y'all need to watch this. And if you can't, give him a sub. He's new. He's trying. Now, he smokes them. He does a good job editing this video, getting it down to time. He has his best 5 weigh 22.5 pounds on the glide bait. Y'all need to watch that video. Give him a like and subscribe. Also, you might have the volume turned down. He does not edit his voice. He's like a little kid. He's all excited. I would have been too. He's smacking these big old bass. His third cast ever with this glide bait. A third cast with over a 6-pounder. So I can understand being sold on it. I'm sold on it. I'm glad he tried to help me. I wish I could have listened. I didn't even fish the pattern. I should have fished the pattern with any bait. Maybe a swim jig, I could have caught some of those fish. Anyway, hard-headed, belligerent old man. So that's a big honking thing. I think that's a Cohen bait right there instead of a fish catch. I mean, as far as tournament fishing or whatever, that is a monster. I don't know what those things weigh. So it's like a 1/4-pound cheeseburger. So I'm going to find those other 4. That one, I never did put a hook. I was hoping to show that. I don't know where it's at. I went through 20-some tackle boxes a while ago. I thought I had a bunch of them in a tackle box just for those big baits, but this was in there, so I guess that got changed. I'm going to find them. I got 3 of them never been thrown. That one, I never did put the hook back on it. Never replaced that hook. I saw it a while back. You got too much tackle when you got to worry about things like that. So that's my deal. Glide baits. I thought they was called swim baits. I have such a mess here. Okay, that's the story there. Watch that video, y'all. Give it 12. It's like 12.5 minutes. Watch that video. Y'all will get a kick out of it. You'll get a kick out of a grown man, a young grown man, laughing, carrying on, cussing, having a blast. It is well worth the watch. I hope he gets 100,000 watches off that thing. I've also had some people inquire about my bait making. Yes, I'm going to sell baits. It's a conundrum. I build everything myself, so quick update on that. I make everything that I fish with, except the glide baits, and guess what? I'm going to look at that. I think I can make a good one. Maybe not as cool looking as that. Look at that little thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segments. Look at that. Oh. I get excited over weird stuff. It's kind of like a date I had in college once. Pouring some plastic this last, 3 times this last week. I poured in some baits. I make a lot of my own baits. I got some stuff that's kind of innovative. Got some stuff. It's going to be tricky. I build bass jigs. I build spinner baits, buzz baits, crank baits. top water stuff. I can build about anything when it comes to a fishing bait. I'm going to do it. I'm looking at packaging. I'm looking at labeling. Legal things. Man, legal things. What the heck is with the California label? This bag can kill you if you eat it in California. Oh, look at them. Aren't them pretty? Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, it's not easy just jump in and do it. I've sold baits. I've sold a few baits last year, and this year there's a couple viewers. I appreciate that. So that is coming. Also a tutorial, which I did a few years ago on my old channel, on how I paint these things with rattle can. I'm not going to buy an airbrush. I don't have to be that fancy. The fish don't care if you're that fancy. Look at that. Bass will eat that, I'll guarantee it. So that's all I got. It's a video I can talk about. I do know how to build baits. I don't know nothing about glide baits, apparently. I'd have been throwing one last weekend. I think that's it. Look at this video, please, y'all. I appreciate everybody watching my junk. I know it's junk. I get a kick out of y'all. Even the negative people sometimes are funny, and you have good discussions. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all do with your glide baits, your swim baits, your 6 segment. Look at that. That's like a piece of art right there. I'm out of here. I'm going to work on some baits. I'm going to pour me some more finesse worms because I got some ideas. God bless you guys. Talk at you later.